Hello, everyone. Welcome to Medal of Honor Heroes on the PSP. This is a really interesting first-person shooter. This game is only available on PSP, and the control scheme is really unique. You use the face buttons to change your point of direction of what you're looking at, which I find to be just really, really bizarre. Anyway, I'm going to be going through doing a campaign walkthrough of this. If no commentary is more along the lines of what you're looking for, then my other channel, Ready Aim Play, is going to have no commentary on that entire walkthrough there. If that's something more up your alley, there will be a link in the description for that. Oh, he threw a grenade. Maybe he didn't. Alright, so I think we just have to really secure this airfield. This is actually a multiplayer map. If you play skirmish, you can actually play with bots and stuff. It's pretty cool. And this is one of those maps. I actually kind of really like this map. I would love to see this, like, ported to, like, say, Forge mode in Halo. What would that look like? But, so there's also a Call of Duty entry on this, Roads to Victory, which I'm also planning on doing a full playthrough on. So that might already be on the channel by the time you're watching this, but what I want to kind of compare and contrast is press and hold use. Well, what is use? I don't know. Press and hold use. Okay, it's up. So the Call of Duty one, it actually has like voice acting, all this other stuff. Whereas so far, I've not heard anyone say anything in this. And I do see a lot of other AIs, like, sprinting and stuff. But I don't know how to sprint. It's really hard to aim and look in this game. Hope that wasn't mean to throw that. This is really exactly where we started, by the way. What specifically? Do we have to do something on the end of this plane? Do we have to go down in a bunker? I don't know. There's just an objective. Looks like it's right here. Do we have to go underground, maybe? I kind of miss these simpler times in gaming. Not gonna lie. We got the reconnaissance photos. Let's see if there is... Whoops. Well, that's not what I meant to do. I just used a med kit. Maybe, like, do I need to go over here? I don't know. I just like these simpler times in gaming, personally. I think it was just... Not every game was AAA, you know, and everyone was okay with that. Nowadays, if a game's, like, remotely not good, everyone's like, oh, just cancel it. You know, it's horrible. Maybe it's upstairs. I don't know. Is this game a series of, like... just going through the multiplayer maps, maybe? Or maybe are the multiplayer maps the skirmish? I'm sorry, the campaign? Okay, so it's up there. I was there, like, all along. I just was at the wrong spot. reload animations look actually pretty solid, especially with that pistol. I'm a big fan of aiming down the sights. There's a med kit. There we go. Enough on the schematics. I guess now we got to get the hell out of here, maybe? The Germans speak English. Interesting. Oh shit. Oh shit. Where'd he go?
I'm throwing a grenade! Got him!
We need to go back over here.
Gunshot! We got him on the run!
There we go. Escape. I can do that. Took us a minute to get going here. I have 6 grenades, by the way. I think that's an excessive amount.
He's down!
Uh-oh. Oh, this isn't good. Not good at all.
Keep at it! Nice shot!
I think we just got to go to where we came from.
He's down!
That might be it, gentlemen. That's it for the first mission.
Reloading!
Guess we're assaulting some sort of town. The aim down sights while you're walking is atrocious. I do like that you're kind of with a squad, though. You're not just, like, randomly running in here all by yourself. Oh, kick the grenade. That didn't work out too well. Well, at least I didn't. I saved that man's life. I hope he's happy. Whoops.
Enemy oops! Keep at it! Nice shot! Got him! We've got him on the run! He's down!
Some steep stairs here. Goodness. I'm afraid... I guess it might be in here. I was going to say I'm afraid I skipped a building. But I think it's right here.
Americans!
Uh-oh.
Good shot! Nice shot!
Playing on this difficulty is a little bit OP. Pick up a health pack. They like to leave things behind, don't they? It's kind of a fetch quest style campaign, isn't it?
Nice shot.
This is a different time in gaming when
Keep at it.
developers actually like created dedicated mobile titles. Now it's all one of the same. What's on console is on PC is on mobile. We don't see that anymore. I mean, I would say really the one exception to that rule would be the Switch. I mean, there are quite a bit of Switch exclusives, but a lot of that stuff either remains on Switch, which is an easy platform to kind of get into right now. It gets ported over to PC, like a lot of Square Enix titles, or you can emulate it on Steam Deck. So I don't think it's all that big of a deal, but games like this, I think, are borderline vaporware. I mean, the only way you can play this is emulation or legitimate. Was never brought over forward to other consoles and stuff, and I'm playing this through emulation. There's no way I'm gonna buy a PSP and in this game, you know. I just think as an industry, we gotta do better about making sure older games aren't vaporware. Crap.
Nice shot.
I mean, actually, all things considered, this isn't horrible. I bet you if if you had really no experience playing PSP or like N64, PS1 era kind of games where they're really simplified, you might think this is horrible. Yeah, I think by today's standards this is horrible, but I mean, this isn't the worst thing I've ever played. Where am I supposed to go? This way to cross the bridge? Are you kidding me? You're really aggressive with these stairs. Is this mission almost like already over? Took us like 4 minutes to do. Absolutely brimful. Yep, that's all we had to do. So they give you like this mission briefing before you start a mission, and the guy says regards. Thanks for the regards, my guy. I think we're facing the Italian forces so far.
Enemy group.
I don't know, this German-occupied Italy, Italian troops. I'm not sure. They sound like they have German accents.
Got him.
Like the cute little headshot indicators on the bottom. I think it's just really neat that you have teammates. You act as a squad. I mean, no one has said anything. I mean, they're doing like little call-outs or whatever, but
Keep at it.
I actually kind of like this map design as well for this mission.
He's down. Take the front.
But I think that's kind of missed in shooters. Usually you're kind of going all Rambo Raven, or there's like only one other person with you. Okay, so we're missing some things. Let me just make sure one of the things we use isn't right here. No, it's not. Okay. So where... Press and hold to set the charge. Okay. Well, maybe I don't need additional things. Oh, you know what? I bet you these blue ones are like optional objectives. It probably has been saying that the whole time, but I don't read it. No, it says objective completed. It doesn't say whether or not it's optional. Where'd that guy go? It's right next to me.
Nice shot.
Now, of course, the PS Vita really fixed this problem where you had to use the face buttons to turn. I gotta say, I don't think it's a... I mean, it works, right? It's like, you can do this to rotate and move and get on with your life with this control scheme. But the PS Vita really fixed this. And, really, we had Black Ops Declassified on PS Vita, which was horrible. Can I just... Okay. Can I kick it? I was hoping I could blow this up. Because there's no jump. I want to get these documents, or whatever they are, that's in this bunker. I actually may need to switch to a different weapon. Oh no, I'm picking up ammo. Black Ops Declassified was horrible. I don't really know what else there was. I mean, there was Killzone Mercenary, which was excellent. Which I feel so bad, as I used to own a PS Vita. And I don't know why. I got it when I was in college. I mean, the PS Vita came out when I was in college. 2012. And it was really perfect at the time. It was kind of everything you wanted. It was something more powerful. It shipped with Uncharted Drake's, which one was it? Now it's really gonna bother me. Well, the Uncharted game, let's just put it that way. That ship with it is really good as well. Still stranded on that platform. You could remote play to your PS4, which was really cool. You could control your PS4 from your PS Vita. Had trophy support on the console, which was excellent. And Killzone Mercenary was really good too. And there was a Little Big Planet game that was really great. I think Mod Nation Racers enjoyed a release on that. Just all around phenomenal console. It was at that time where consumers just weren't buying PS Vitas or portable game consoles, and that market kind of went away until Switch came back. But I would love to see Sony make another attempt, but now I think with Steam Deck, it's impossible for Sony to compete with that. I mean, it's just so good. You can take your console quality games with you on the go, and I myself am playing this right now on Steam Deck. It's the only way I could actually get... The way the emulation is on Steam Deck is just so good. You install EmuDeck and it literally does everything. Thought that was wonderful. I think I go this way, because I don't think I can climb that cliff. This isn't going the way I want, though. Well, I mean, we'll see. This looks a little bit promising. Let's hope this goes to the left. No, it doesn't. Okay, well, let's run back then. Sorry, gentlemen. I can't think of any other FPS games beyond Black Ops Declassified and Killzone Mercenary. See, I bet you it's gonna... Oh no, it wants me on the side of the truck. Okay, I can do that. There we go. Can you imagine being like, yeah, we're gonna release a Medal of Honor game, which at the time, Medal of Honor actually meant something. And then they were like, yeah, we're just not gonna put any voice acting in it. And call it Medal of Honor Heroes on top of all that as well. Now, I like the environments. I don't know if we've been timed in each mission. I just noticed the timer here at the top. If we have been, it's completely just kind of escaped me. It's kind of like capture the flag, or flags. Look at that. It's kind of like domination, huh? Takes you forever to capture these things. Holy cow. I would say a B-tier game that, or AA game that I really love these days, set in the World War II era, is Sniper Elite. I think it's a great series. Especially Sniper Elite 4, Sniper Elite 5. Phenomenal, both of them. All astounding entries. You kind of... Oh, shoot. Kick it. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, no. Ow. Oh, look at that. You get a little concussion indicator. But the scope of Sniper Elite 5 is a little overwhelming. Some of the maps are just, I would say, arguably a little bit too big. But it launched on Game Pass. And that's actually where I've played it. I really enjoyed Sniper Elite. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. Sniper Elite 3, I can't really remember if I played through it all the way or not. I don't think I have. This guy's a med kit. But I played it on Switch. They made a Switch port, and I picked it up on Switch, and it's, let's just say it's not all that on Switch. I mean, it's fine. It's just the graphics quality is kind of terrible. It's got a not so good frame rate. Two of my cohorts here don't have helmets. I find that to be a little bizarre. Do I need to get all the optional objectives too? I bet you I do.
Nice shot. Keep at it.
They are really just letting it fly with these grenades.
He's down.
I wonder if they'll ever try to take back some of our flags.
Nice shot.
A turret you can mount right there, I think. Yeah, looks like that's exactly what that is.
Got one. We got him on the run. Got him.
Anyone want to help me? Or are we all just going to stand there?
Got him. He's down. Keep at it.
Alright, now what? I have to get all these little... Oh no, it just ends. Okay. I'd love to know what the retail price of this when it launched was. I mean, it's bound to be... I think PSP games at most were 40. But I don't know.
He's down. He's down.
Oh, we're capturing more flags, are we?
We got him on the run. Stop. We got him.
What's with the men and their grenades? You just gave me a concussion. We're on the same team.
Keep at it.
You're driving me a little nuts with that. I don't know what the point of the optional objectives are.
Ground infantry! Got a man down! German!
You know what? There's also, I remember I used to play quite a bit of Battlefront 2,
Here they come!
2005 on PSP. Playing with this same control style, more or less. That was so cool to have on the go as well. I remember really loving that.
You got him!
I mean, I like the map design here. I really do.
He's down!
I remember pretty confident there was a version of Oblivion actually that was supposed to be in development for PSP for the longest time. And it ultimately got canceled, unfortunately. And I really would have loved to have seen a mobile version of the Elder Scrolls. I mean, of course, we get Skyrim on the Switch now. And of course, now you can take Skyrim with you on your Steam Deck. And I guess probably by association, you can take the PC version of Oblivion with you on the go. Ow. I really do wonder if they'll attempt to take the flags back.
He's down!
No, I thought Operation Market Garden
We've got him on the run!
was an overwhelming failure for the Allied troops. I thought that was in Band of Brothers, and they talked about that, but I could have that wrong. Huge crater right there. I wonder if you die from fall damage in there. I don't know. The map design's really cool in this. I know this game has multiplayer. And I am not sure if that meant that you would play online or ad hoc, which that was really cool. There was a lot of games, especially on the DS and PSP, where only one of you needed the copy, and the other person would just kind of download a little client, and they would join you. I think Mario Kart on DS was a great example of that. Like, not all of you needed Mario Kart to play together. You would just host a lobby and then send an invite to local DS systems, and you would just pick up and play. It was
Enemy troops!
really cool.
Keep at it!
Is this just gonna end again? Yeah. Capture and defend the bridge. I can do that.
Allied infantry! Got him! Got him on the run! He's down!
Ooh, this looks kind of fun.
He's down!
The grenades go like 3 feet.
Keep at it!
It's kind of a shame Medal of Honor
Got him!
went away the way that it did, trying to copy COD the entire time. Well, I guess it's I really should rephrase that. Is Call of Duty actually was copying Medal of Honor for a while because Medal of Honor was there first. Call of Duty just ended up doing it better. EA didn't really do a whole lot to innovate and compete against them. Ouch. In the PS2 original Xbox era. And then by the time they went to like a modern setting, which I don't think they should have done at all, it was kind of too late. Call of Duty was already unstoppable by the time you had the great dual combo of COD 4 and World at War. I mean, both those games were just simply goats. Are we like losing the bridge as I leave? Yeah, we are. Okay. So I can't mount those turrets out there. I really hope I don't have to hold this for another 13 minutes. What's this guy doing? Oh, that's how you jump. You jump by hitting select. Okay. Cool. Defend the bridge. Now, if I'm remembering my history right, really all of these games, even Call of Duty today, you can thank from the film Saving Private Ryan because it's made by Spielberg. Because of Saving Private Ryan, we actually got the show Band of Brothers, and from the show Band of Brothers, Spielberg kind of wanted to get into gaming to express in a interactive way these stories of World War II. And that's where the DreamWorks Interactive Development Studio kind of came from, and they were the ones who started working on Medal of Honor. Somewhere along the way, that got scooped up by EA. And EA kind of took the reins and made a lot of these sequels. And a couple of guys that worked on EA, Vince Sempel is one of them, I forget the other guy's name, were kind of fed up with the way EA was handling this game series. Shocker. So they left to create their own studio, which was called Infinity Ward, and they made a little game called Call of Duty. And really the rest is history. It's actually kind of funny, though, because Vince Sempella and that other guy, who I also forget his name, eventually got so fed up with the way Activision had handled them, and they had some sort of problem with the bonus structure of the original Modern Warfare 2 from 2009 that he left. Activision created another studio called Respawn Entertainment, and those were the guys that made Titanfall back at EA as well. And Respawn eventually went on to make Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Titanfall 2. Now they're working on a sequel for that. So really all of that stuff originated from Saving Private Ryan.
Hit the dart! Man down! Nice shot!
Where did he come from?
Keep at it!
Oh, they spawn here. Look at that.
Doesn't get much better than that!
Okay. Well, if you're just going to run right by me, I'm just going to keep on going.
German! Got him on the run! He's down! Make some
I'd love to know how many copies this game actually sold. I wonder. I mean, obviously, I guess it sold enough to warrant a sequel.
Got him!
Looks like this is some sort of a church. Eliminate the German soldiers at the church. Even when they appear right in front of you.
Nice shot! We got him on the run! Good shot! He's down! He's down! Keep at it!
There's even men down here in the tunnel. I don't know what they're shooting at. It's a huge church. Reminds me of those churches from Oblivion.
He's down! Got him on the run!
Thompson's so much better than the M1 Grand. Probably all sorts of characters everywhere around here. I hate it when they just run right by you. Kind of drives me a little nuts.
Shot!
I wish there was some sort of combo you could press to sprint. Might be a little bit too much to ask for, huh? Communications to a German spy. Oh, it tells me how many are left. Okay. Can I not? I was really struggling there to cross the sidewalk. So we need to find 11 more Germans. I don't even know if I've explored half of this church or not. Oh, here we go. There's a lot of them here. Oh, it counts up, not down. Wonder if it's just like waves of them. You know, in today's day and age, the scope of this really probably could have been done as like a solo game, right? I mean, I'm sure there's solo games that are probably better than this. Oh, shite. I think all my cohorts are dead. It's just me. Oh, I might die here. I am surrounded. Ow. There's a man beating me over the head with his rifle. I will not fall. This is the first time in the whole campaign where I'm by myself. I don't know if my teammates have died or if they ran off somewhere else. There's only 2 left. And you can't just run right by people. So there's that as well, but I've never been upstairs. I can hear more Americans. Oh, hello. Just one left now.
Nice shot.
An indication of where they are would be helpful. There he is. After him. He can run faster than me. Be nice if my allies took him out. I think I will.
Got him.
Oh. Back on this bridge. Oh, I got a bar for the first time. Or not bridge, town, I should say. Oh yeah, this thing sounds pretty nasty.
The enemy is here.
Now, you could argue the time when all these games are coming out, that there's an oversaturation
Got him on the run.
of World War II games. And notably,
Down.
the two primary examples that, you know, really this flew into the ground was Medal of Honor and Call of Duty. They were exclusively World War II, you know, FPS games for the longest time. COD has only been back to World War II twice after they left World at War,
Keep at it.
which is COD World War II and Vanguard. And you know, I actually really... It's hard for me to say. I haven't played a lot of Vanguard. I own it, and none of my friends played it, so it was kind of hard for me to get into Vanguard. But what really kind of bugs me about it is this historical fiction type of story. I don't like it at all. I don't understand what's wrong with being historically accurate and telling these stories of troops and stuff that actually happened. I mean, COD and Medal of Honor, and this game especially is no exception. This PSP game shows you historical footage of things that like actually happened. And COD used to thrive on that as well. Like every time you died, they would show quotes from leaders and historical figures, and you know, it would kind of commend you on how you were actually playing these real or based on real events. And it doesn't do that anymore, and that kind of bugs me. I mean, the modern games of, you know, where it's in the future and Modern Warfare, those sorts of things, like, I get it. That has to be a made-up story. I don't understand with World War II and Vanguard
Keep at it.
with their fictional stories, but you know, there was definitely a saturation of these games in the market, so it makes sense that everyone left this setting alone. And, you know, of course, also, Sniper Elite is a fictional setting in this timeline in World War II. Sniper Elite's kind of always been in World War II, but I think what's kind of annoying is that's what it was known for, is kind of its authenticity of being historically accurate. Now it's just not the case anymore. And I guess, you know, the market has kind of spoken on that. Like, clearly, the market doesn't care about that, which is sad, because I feel like a minority of people care about the historical accuracy today, whereas, like, 10 years ago, maybe the majority of people did. And I want there to be a game series that's fun to play, but also accurate with its realism and its storytelling. And now that Medal of Honor is gone, you can't really expect Battlefield today to beat that, even though I feel like Battlefield 1 was probably the closest we got to that, because Battlefield 5 certainly was not historically accurate. People with, like, cyborg hands and whatever the heck else was going on over there, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. One can hope, but I really doubt it. I think the market has spoken. I mean, you know, you play Vanguard and there's people, you know, there's like character packs, and you can play as like a samurai or something, or was it the Terminator showed up in Vanguard as well for an event? You know, people have like, you know, weapon charms of like unicorns and stuff. It's just, it's a little bit over the top. But, you know, to each their own, I guess. Some people, I'm assuming, like that, because you can personalize your character. And there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. It's meant to be water. I mean, it has ripple effects when you shoot the water, but you can kind of hear the water. I guess if you look at it a little bit better, you can kind of tell it's water, but my goodness, that's atrocious. It'd be nice if they could throw the grenades more than 5 feet, though. See, now we're moving into Battle of the Bulge. And this is some of my favorite parts of World War II, especially when they talk about Band of Brothers in this regard. He just appeared in front of my face, but I will let that be. Now, I'm not sure if this is the third and final act of this campaign or not. They give you mission briefings prior to this over like historical footage. And I find that interesting that that's like the only commentary you get. And of course it like kind of goes over text like your successes and your accuracies and that sort of stuff. You know, part of me is like, why wouldn't... Just here, load this man down who's mowing me down. See, if I were in charge of, like, a game publisher like EA or something... I guess there's an upstairs? I guess a downstairs? Okay. I would look back at, like, the back catalog of older games and IPs and be like, what can we do to, one, ensure that this stuff remains playable in the future, two, enhance it, and three, potentially make some money on it. I mean, there is nothing going on with Medal of Honor right now. My favorite Medal of Honor game is Airborne. I thought that was an excellent entry. Really, I think that's the only entry on 360 and PS3 to my knowledge. It's really when Medal of Honor started falling apart. Well, I guess in the World War II setting. After that, it moved on to the rebooted stuff that we all love and hate. Let me reload here. Anyway, you know what I would be like is like, let's get all of the older Medal of Honor games from PS2. So, what is that? Medal of Honor. European Assault. Rising Sun. Where are all these guys coming from? I feel like they're just spawning in front of my face here. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die. There are so many of them. I honestly feel like they're just spawning here. We have to take this flag, which I haven't even done yet. This is on the easiest difficulty, by the way. They run so fast, I'm actually gonna run out of ammo. Ouch. Crap. Oh. Uh-oh. Where's his gun? Can I not use his gun? Oh, this is not good at all. So I have to kill 180 of them holding this. Well, I should have done this first, because I'm definitely going to die now. How do you switch guns? Yeah, this was a, this is actually kind of difficult. Oh, med kit, let's go. Med pack, whatever. Wow, this gun fires a little bit too quick, the MP40. Anyway, I guess I'm kind of losing my train of thought here. It's part of my own problem when I think and play games at the same time. But it's take all of our old stuff, all the old Medal of Honor games from PS2, and let's just do something with them. So, like, make a port. They don't need to necessarily be remastered in this particular case, but, you know, just have some sort of way where they can be playable. I mean, I think it'd be relatively easy to hack together some sort of way to use the right analog stick to control the face buttons of this. And obviously this game can kind of run on anything, as I'm playing it on a Steam Deck with absolutely no problems. So this could easily run on modern consoles and PCs and even the Switch. And, you know, so pack together Medal of Honor Heroes 1 and Heroes 2. I don't think there's a Medal of Honor on PSP, and then, you know, make like a Medal of Honor World War II collection with all of the PS2 entries. Yeah, I think that would be that'd be rather great. So we have to mow down 180 of these guys. I really should have taken that objective before all of this happened, because now I'm not seeing any of them. We had a million of them here, and now there's no one. I'm getting shot at from behind. Oh, you can hold the flag up here. Oh, they're running around everywhere chasing that guy. Where'd he go? Oh, is it seconds? You have to hold it for 3 minutes, I guess? Okay, I'm not really paying attention. But I'm just going to hang out here because I guess nothing else is going on, huh? You know what I also just realized, too, is there was a Medal of Honor Vanguard. I don't know why that never clicked in my brain that there's a Medal of Honor and a Call of Duty Vanguard. Granted, Medal of Honor Vanguard came out in 2007. Wow, interesting. I didn't know this. So Medal of Honor Vanguard and Medal of Honor Airborne count in the same year, 2007. I think another question I have is why did that come out in 2007 on PS2 after PS3 came out? I mean, I guess that was back in the time where I also think a lot of gamers, their dollar goes a lot further than they used to, right? So the point I'm trying to make is back in those days between the PS2 and PS3 generation, if you wanted to upgrade from, let's say, original Xbox to Xbox 360 or, you know, 360 to Xbox One, either of those two generation skips, you had to buy the game over again. I mean, there's no way around it. There wasn't an upgrade path like there is today. You know, today, if you're going from Xbox One to Series X or PS4 to PS5, with a lot of third-party publishers, it's just free. With some publishers and Sony themselves, to upgrade from PS4 to PS5, you have to pay like $10, which is the difference in price usually between the PS4 and the PS5 version. So effectively, if you pay the $70, you're getting both versions, where if you just paid $70 for the PS5 version, you're only getting one version. So you essentially get another version for free. I can understand from gamers complaining, saying like, you know, that's just stupid, we should get it for free anyway. I can get that. But if you were part of the gaming landscape at that time, I remember I bought Lego Star Wars, the complete saga, maybe it was just Lego Star Wars 2 on the original Xbox. Uh-oh.
Good start.
And then I eventually got a 360. I had to pay the full $60 to upgrade. So I guess that's why with Medal of Honor Vanguard and Medal of Honor Airborne, you know, like they came out on different consoles, and that's why also like a lot of stuff came to PS2 after PS3 came out. I think another good example is God of War 2. That came out after PS3 came out. And also the PS2 is the best-selling console of all time, so, you know, if you're making a game in 2007, there was a recession going on, or maybe that didn't start till '08, but anyway, not everyone had a console back then, and there was 150 million PS2s out in the wild, so I guess, yeah, I mean, making a game for those platforms makes sense. So Medal of Honor Heroes came out in 2006. Medal of Honor Heroes 2 came out in 2007. Just a year apart. And Medal of Honor Vanguard was also available on the Wii. That's really interesting. I guess they decapped this? This guy's not taking bullets. I guess you have to kill 200 of them. Maybe not. I mean, I really don't know. I don't really understand what's going on. I feel like each one I'm taking down, I'm getting 2 points here. If that were the case, then why wouldn't it just be 100? I'm really confused, but we're just going to continue taking these flags. We're essentially playing domination here. I also do think if companies were, you know, I feel like companies have no right to get upset when they find out the games are getting pirated when there's literally no option to play their games. Either you pay like an exorbitant amount of money to get, you know, authentic hardware and software to run this, and peripherals. Sometimes the peripherals can get out of control in prices, like Rock Band guitars, for example. Uh-oh. Or in the case of, like, you know, some of the older Pokemon games I know are quite expensive. Throw that there. It's not going to go anywhere either. It's fantastic. They really have to need to solve, like Valve's approach. They say piracy is a service problem. I think that's certainly understandable. So make your games on Steam or on GOG or something. Like, GOG will help you get them running on a PC. I'm about 80% confident we're just playing a domination match. I need to mow down 100 men. I don't know why they wouldn't want to put 100 men. It's impossible, I feel like. As soon as I take one of the objectives, they decap one. I mean, there's one up here. The MP40 is stupidly broken, and I can't believe that it's shipped like this. Ouch. Just mow down a whole squad of them. Well, I mean, this is actually quite an easy way to rack up the kills here. Just stand right outside this door.
Got him.
They keep spawning here. Permanently, I guess. See, I don't know what controlling the flags do. So they're decapping that one. I feel like you're kind of just screwed no matter which way you do it. I'm about to find out here in a second. I'm about to get all the points needed. Oh, goodness. Hold the ranch until the reinforcements are ready? Oh, we're just going to end. Okay. Well, I feel like I've played this enough to make a pretty good judgment call on it. Is this worth your time? I don't know. It depends how bored you are, I guess. It's different. Once you get the controls down, it's fine. A little wonky, but you have to kind of give it a little bit more patience. But, you know, you gotta have to kind of understand the platform it's on. I think you have more damage when you aim down the sights, because I can, like, kill him in, like, one shot. Let's see, if I had to rate it out of 5... Oh, we're back here. I don't know. 2? 2.5? I mean, it's fine. What I like about it is that it's just running on Steam Deck, and that's just really cool, right? It's just... I love this console. I love this platform. I'll always support it. Of Steam Deck. It's just, that's really, really interesting to me. However, I just don't think this game's all that great, even based on the time when it came out. I mean, I know the EA brand and name probably pushed a lot of copies of this, but it's a little rough. Call of Duty has this as well, but I think what kind of separates Call of Duty from this, when it was on the PSP, is that it had an auto-targeting system. So you would automatically... Wow, you can't jump through this, really. So I have to run all the way back. It's a little ridiculous. But yeah, it had the auto-targeting system, so like you didn't really necessarily need to be spot-on accurate. And my hands are starting to hurt from pressing the face button so often.
Good shot. Nice shot.
I don't know how anyone would want to play this on handheld mode on Steam Deck. I'm playing on an Xbox controller. Do you ever wonder, like, are there... how do you get, like, actually out of here? Guess I have to go back the way I came. Like, you ever wonder, are there, like, people who still play, like, really obscure games? Like, you know, is there someone who's actively playing this? Medal of Honor Heroes in 2022 or 2023? Like, do we actually have people who love this game so much that they still have their PSP, or maybe, you know, they just have an emulator or something, and they play this, like, at least once a week? And I know there's people out there that do that sort of thing, because, like, my uncle and cousin, they are huge fans of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. And that came out, like, 2002, 2003. Arcade racer. And I'm not talking about the 2010 reboot. That's... I'm talking about the original Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. And they play that at least multiple times a week. And I would consider in today's day and age... Did I just blow his head off? I think I did. His body disappears so quick, it's kind of hard to see. I would consider it an obscure game by today's day and age. Like, I don't think it was mainstream, of course, when it released, but not by today's standards. There's so many other racers, and there's like 30 new Need for Speed games since then. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is, like, are there people that are playing this? I would say yes. Not very many. I mean, probably tens of people. But I would say yes. I bet you could say that for probably almost any game. Now these guys are just seemingly coming out of nowhere. The bar is kind of ridiculous. Uh-oh. Look out, idiot. Oh, he's gonna throw it. Two more. There we go. Snowy.
The enemy is here.
Ouch. Now, I am gonna auto-switch the MP40 because I just, you know, as of late have discovered how OP this thing is, mostly because its firepower is out of control. Oh, assassinated an officer. Now that's cool. You should have more objectives like that, where it's like, you know, there's one man hiding or is part of all this. You should mow him down, right? I think that'd be cool. You know what this really makes me want to play is Call of Duty 2 on the 360. I remember Call of Duty 2 was, at the time, a true next-gen game, and, you know, Call of Duty was kind of actually really better known on PC. Call of Duty, and then it had an expansion pack, which I forget, and then there was a Call of Duty Finest Hour. I think that was like a spin-off of some sort. That's on PS2 and GameCube. And then, oh, okay. The first, like, main entry Call of Duty game that was to console, because, again, Call of Duty is more known on PC, was Call of Duty 2. What is that man doing? Look at that. Well, I've seen it all, gentlemen. Hope he's having fun up there. And that was truly revolutionary when COD 2 came out. It was really just something you had to be there for, because we didn't know or have anything like it at the time. It was just stunning. I bet if you play it now, it's kind of laughable. But it was great, COD 2. COD 3 kind of piggybacked on it. COD 3, I think, was fine. It was a Treyarch game. Nothing really revolutionary there, but COD 4 is really what changed the game. But that precedent was set by COD 2, and it played on that same engine as well. It feels really similar playing COD 4 and COD 2. I felt like Treyarch games and Infinity Ward games, they play differently. But if you play Treyarch games, you can kind of feel how the Treyarch games would play, and same with Infinity Ward games. Now I think they're kind of more moving towards being on the same engine, so they all kind of feel the same. You can especially feel that, I think, playing COD Vanguard compared to Modern Warfare 2019. But we saw a spin-off of COD 2 hit PS2, and I think that's also due to the fact that there's 150 million PS2s out there. 360 and PS... I don't think COD 2 ever came to PS3, actually, now that I think of it. Might be wrong, but I don't think it ever did. So there's COD 2 Big Red one. That was on PS2. But COD 3, to my understanding, is the same COD 3 on PS2 and PS3. And Xbox 360, it's all the same version. And then finally, the last spin-off we saw for COD is Call of Duty World at War Final Fronts. That's not the same thing as Call of Duty World at War. And I tried to play that on the PS. There's a PS2 emulator for Steam Deck, and it doesn't work very well. So I got the ROM for GameCube, and I'm gonna try and see if it runs on GameCube on Steam Deck. If it does, I'd love to do a playthrough of World at War Final Fronts, because Ed and I are actually planning on doing a co-op walkthrough of regular World at War on 360. That is one of the very few. To my knowledge, there's only 2 COD campaigns that have co-op campaign, and that is World at War, which James and I have done, and Black Ops 3, which James and I have also done. But those videos aren't on the channel anymore, and I want to re-record both of those for Respawn Arcade. So we'll see here. We're trying to wrap up Army of 2-3, which we call Army of 3. And then once we do that, we're going to move on to World at War. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to, like, as soon as we're done playing World at War, play World at War Final Fronts on PS2 or GameCube, whichever ROM I can get to work, and just see how that feels. Well, this mission is called Endgame, so I think this is probably the end of the whole game here. Based on my recording time, I'm just clocked in about an hour and 20 minutes, I guess. Maybe slightly more. Really short game. But again, you gotta think of the scope of this. This was a PSP game in 2007. PSP really couldn't do all that much. I mean, it was essentially a portable PlayStation 1 in terms of its power. Somewhere between PS1 and PS2 is how powerful PSP was. It wasn't like you could do anything revolutionary. People really had to get creative with that console. But I love this little platform. PSP is one of my favorite consoles of all time, despite it, you know, how it was. A power limited machine. It enjoyed some really great titles that I wanna. This is the first PSP game I'm recording for the channel, namely because I just kind of want to get a feel for it, of how all that goes. But yeah, I mean, my intention is to cover a lot of PSP stuff on the channel. I'll have to take it case by case basis, I suppose, depending on each game. There's going to be some games, I think, like this. I'll do the whole campaign in one video. And there'll be other games that are probably a lot longer that I'll need to split up into parts. But I would like to at least do Killzone Liberation, or is it Killzone Mercenary, Killzone Liberation, the one that's on PSP? I think it's Liberation. And like Untold Legends. And there's 2 Untold Legend games on PSP. There's something over here I need to do. I can't really figure out what it is. I'm in this room again. Maybe I have to go down the stairs. Over here, I guess? Yeah.
Enemy troops!
Oh, he's got a rocket launcher. Holy cow. He actually shot that.
Keep on it!
But yeah, we're here at the end. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said at the beginning, you'll be able to... I guess I have to go down again, I guess, in this bunker. I'm going to post the entire walkthrough with no commentary on Ready Aim Play, so... I mean, by now, you've heard me blabber on this the whole way through, so... I guess there's really not a whole lot of point in me mentioning that. But I guess moving forward, I guess I kind of want Ready Aim Play to be Ready Aim Play, if I can speak, be a form of which it's non-commentary walkthroughs, where I'm going to post the entire thing as one video. So if it's commentary and it needs more than one part, it's going to be here on Team Respawn. If, you know, it's a big game, no commentary, it's going to be one part. I don't care if the video is 10 hours long. It'll be one video on ready aim play. That's the way I'd like to set it up.
Keep on it!
What is just blowing up all around me? Escape from the castle. I can do that.
We've got him on the run!
That's kind of my strategy moving forward. Some games I think that'll be coming out on the channel pretty soon after this is Medal of Honor Heroes 2, a Call of Duty Roads to Victory, and go from there and kind of see what else is next. I don't know if I want to, you know, strictly upload PSP stuff, but it's just so easy and fun to record because all these games are so old. It's nice to kind of go back down a trip on memory lane to these games. We'll have to wait and see. Can I escape through this door? Ouch.
Here they come!
Rocket launcher, man. Okay, so that's clearly not the way. We'll have to go out the way that we came in. Just up these stairs to the left. There's a whole list of games I really want to do walkthroughs and let's plays of. Some of it will be co-op. Whatever I can do in co-op, I certainly will. Whether it be with Ed. Or by myself. Ouch. Like, I guess a good example is like Rainbow Six Vegas. I would love to play those over again. I love those two games. So you might see those. I don't know. Just have to check out the channel. If you have a suggestion for me, really any console of any game, drop it down below. I'll have to take a look. See if it's doable. I'm sure it is. Overall, easy game. I don't think I ever died. I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. That's Medal of Honor Heroes. And I'll see you, James.